all, this is Ultimate Prime, and today I'm going to be reviewing Titans Return, Twin Cast, and Autobot Blaster. And so let's take a quick look at the box. You see it says Titans Return. It's got their name. You see Autobot Twin Cast connecting to Blaster. Turn it to the side. You see a bigger picture of the two connecting. This side of the box, you just see the symbol for the Autobots. And here on the back, you see a picture of Blaster in his robot mode. You also see him in his radio mode. You see him as well in his base mode. And it shows that he transforms in 19 steps. It also shows that Twin Cast transforms in 1 step. And you can see that he can fit in his base mode. And also it shows that the Titan Masters can connect to different size figures. And for example, they give you Blur, Sentinel Prime, and Power Master Optimus Prime. I'm just going to go ahead and read the top of the box. It says, to decode encrypted Decepticon transmissions, Autobot Blaster links with his Titan Master partner, Twin Cast. Twin Cast is a walking cipher, a bot with the most advanced cryptography programming in the universe. He may be small, but he's one of the most powerful Autobot weapons. And so, as you can see, it just gives them a little background on these two figures. And so I'm going to go ahead and get this opened up, and we can take a look and see what we've got. Okay, so here we have Autobot Blaster out of his packaging and in his radio mode or boombox mode. And I mean, he looks good. He looks a lot like the G1 version of himself. There's not really too much you can do with him in this mode. You can put the handle down, put it up. He does have a button here that opens up where you can stick some of the tapes in, and I'll show you that in a minute. But let me show you what he also comes with. He comes with this card here, which has a picture of him on the front. And if you turn over the back, it shows his stats, where he's at, and where he is when he joins with Twin Cast. He also comes with this gun here. It's a nice gun. It looks a lot like the G1 gun. And this gun does stick on here for storage. You can put it right here in the back and just plug it in there. So it does stick on for storage. And he also comes with Autobot Twin Cast. And here he is. And he's got the matching colors. He's red and black. He, of course, has the face sculpt on the back because he transforms into a head. He doesn't really have any place he can store on him in this mode unless you count this one little peg. There is one little peg up here that he could stand on if you put the handle down. I mean, if you pull the handle back up, it bumps into him, so it's not the greatest storage spot for him. But he can store up there if you like. He also comes with this sort of a tape type of thing. This can be used by Twin Cast. You can set him in here, and he can ride it as sort of a vehicle. You can put the weapon off here, off the back, and stick the weapon in here. And Twin Cast has a vehicle that he can ride in. So it is useful for that. If you don't want him to ride in this vehicle, you can pull the weapon off, pull Twin Cast out, and you can actually put this inside of Blaster, and it stores in there as a tape. But I'm going to pull that out, and that'll be Twin Cast's little vehicle for now. Now, he can also store other figures such as Stripes or Autobot Rewind. and you just stick them in there, and they can store in there as a tape as well. Rewind, stripes fits in as well. Just slide him in, and there you go. So he does store the other Legends class figures that go along with them. And just for a quick comparison, here is Autobot Blaster G1. And as you can see, they do look a lot alike. They did a good job of updating this figure while also making him look like the G1 version. So there he is. Just wanted to show you that quick comparison between the two. And really, that's it for him in his radio mode. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to transform him into his base mode. Now, in order to transform into his base mode, let's first open this up and take out any figures or tapes that you have in there. You can actually leave that open, and you can leave this up top. And then what you're going to want to do is pull this part down and turn these arms and pull them up and turn them like this. Actually, they go this way. And you can flip this gun down and then do the same thing on this side. Pull this part down, pull this arm up. Actually, you're going to twist it first. Pull it up. You're going to fold it down, and you're going to pull out the weapon here. Then this part right here will open up. You'll want to open that up, and then you'll want to open this side up. And then this right here can flip over and form a little ramp. And this part here can flip over and form a little ramp. And there's this little piece right here. It looks like a little piece of glass almost. You just pull that up. And there you have Autobot Blaster in his base. Now, there's a few more things to do in his base mode. One, he does have a window right here that you can pop up, and it forms kind of like a target sort of thing. You can push this part down, and just so you get a little closer, it looks like this. So you want to have that part up. And there he is. This spot with twin cast, the little vehicle that he has, that slots right on top of here. Oh, fell off. But it slots right up here. It should slot. There it goes. Slots up there. And you can put his weapon right in here. And there, that is his completed gun mode. I mean, not gun mode, but his completed base mode. And it looks pretty good. Actually, I think that this base mode looks more like a base mode than the Optimus Prime mode did. Honestly. It has several little things you can do. You can put twin cast in several different spots. He can sit up here and man the gun. He can stand on top. There are little pegs here where you could stand him right up on top of here. Or you could put other Titan Masters up there. So let's just grab a few. You could have some sitting in here on the sides. You can have some pegged in down here. There's peg holes here. Let's see if he stays. Okay, so there's peg holes here. There's peg holes here. There's peg holes on the other side. Let's put another Power Master in here. Let's put one over here. And so there's plenty of places for you to put Titan Masters. He also has some little holes here So let's pull out the gun right now. And if you don't want to use his gun in this mode, here he goes. If you don't want to use his gun in this mode, you can use some of the other Titan Masters that turn into turrets, like Skull Smasher's tail here. You could use that as a turret here instead of the gun. You could use Sentinel Prime's gun, can be here. And you can have that as a turret. What else? You could use Scourge's gun here. Use that as a turret. And there's a few other ones that you could use. And so you can also, so it has a lot of playability. You can add other Titan Master characters, can really add to the to what they can do. So you also can, of course, have a Titan Master standing up here on top of the tape deck, or sitting in here on the tape deck. And so yeah, it's got quite a bit of compatibility with the other figures, especially the smaller figures. And yeah, so it looks good. What I'm going to do now is get rid of all the little Titan Masters that are on here, and then we're going to transform him into his robot mode. Now that we've gotten all of the Titan Masters and weapons off, let's transform him into his robot mode. Now, in order to do that, we're first going to close this little glass part here, close this one, and we can go ahead and put his tape deck up. Let's start with the legs, and we'll pull them down, and then this part, which forms the foot, is going to come in. But before we do that, let's unhinge this so that it stands out, so his leg kind of comes out to its full size. There is a spot right here where the leg snaps into place. You want to make sure that it does that. And this part, which forms the foot, you want to keep that down. Fold this part back up. Fold this up and around. And that is going to snap into here. And then you can turn the leg fully around, put this part up, flip out the foot, and the heel. And there you have one leg. So we're going to do the same on this side. We are going to pull the leg down. You can fold this part in. You want to pull, make sure this part gets extended outwards, and we'll extend the leg here. Pull that down. Make sure that this little back hinge snaps into that side panel here. Snap that in. Then we can turn the leg and kind of fold it up on itself. Turn this hinge here so that it makes sort of a square. And you want to make sure that his foot is out of the way. And then you want to snap this part in here. It's got some hinges where it slides in. Here it goes. And then you can pull the foot up and pull this part out. And pull the heel out. And there you got him standing. So we got his legs done. Now let's work on his arms. We can go ahead and pull this little part here off. And let's see if I can scoot up just a little bit more. And so then the arms, you're just going to pull those down, fold these in. You can pull the hand out, turn the arm down this way, pull it there, and there you got one arm done. Pull this arm down, flip it, pull out the hands, put up the guns. There you have that. And you just push the, well, actually, let's get his head out first. So in the back, just open this up, and you can pull the helmet out and close that back up. And now you can fold this part down to the back. And there you have him mostly in his robot mode. He just needs a head. And he's starting to fall down a little bit, so let's make sure he's balanced. And we just take the Headmaster twin cast, fold his arms in, fold his legs up, and there he is in his head mode, and you just plug him right in here. Sometimes you have to adjust the direction of his head. Plug him right in here, and there you go. He actually has a slot back here that his little he's got this peg here in the back. It actually slots into a spot right here on TwinCast. So he actually holds more secure than many of the other figures does. All right, and you fold the head back on, and there he is in his robot mode. And I have to say, he looks really good in this mode. Of course, he can hold his weapon. And if you like, you can put either this tape in there or one of the Legends figures like Stripes or Rewind. I'm just going to put this piece in there. And there you go. He is in his robot mode. Now, in this mode, he does have some articulation. His head does turn. It does a full 360. And he's so big, I'm going to raise up the camera a little bit more. His head does turn. He does a full 360. His arms do turn completely. They swivel here. The upper arm, he does have an elbow. His hands can move a little bit in and out. He doesn't have any waist articulation. His legs can go up and down. They can go back and forward. They can swivel here. And he can bend at the knee. His feet can go up and down a little. And he does have some pivot to his feet due to the transformation. And that's pretty much it for his articulation. I want to do a quick comparison with him and his G1 form. And here is G1 Blaster right here. And you can see that they look a lot alike. They did a very good job of updating him while also giving him that G1 look. The chest part looks very similar. It's got the same angle, same colors. He's even got the little stickers here to give him the same kind of coloration here. He doesn't have the buttons like this one does, but that's probably the only thing that's really missing. He even has these little arrows pointing down to mimic these arrows, and he's got the speakers here. Same way he's got the speakers there, and he even has the two little dots on the bottom of the leg. So, I mean, he looks a lot like the G1 version, just an updated version of him. Even his gun is very similar. As you can see, they look a lot alike. This one has a hole all the way through. This one just has a circle, but they did a very good job of giving him that G1 look. So I really like that about this figure. So yeah, so enough of that. Let's go ahead and just compare him to just a couple of other figures in the line. here he is compared to a deluxe figure, deluxe class Blur. You can see that he is much taller because Blur is a deluxe figure, so he should be much taller than him. You'll see that he is also taller than Voyager Sentinel Prime. I'm going to put here. And so you can see he's, of course, he's bigger than him since he is a Voyager class and he's a leader class. And we can also compare him to leader class Optimus Prime. And we'll put him here. And of course, they are roughly the same size. And then let's do a Legends class figure. And we'll put Wheelie in here just so you can see the size comparison. Alright, so that's how he looks with the other characters. Now what I'm going to do is get him transformed back into his radio mode. I'm going to first move the other characters out of the way, and then we'll start getting him transformed. Now that we've got the other characters out of the way, to get him transformed back into his radio mode, we are going to first want to remove the weapons that he has. We could remove the tape deck. Let's go ahead and just do that right now. We don't really need to, but I'm just going to take that out. Now, let's first pull this part up here and take off the helmet. And we can pull the Titan Master out. And then we're going to open this part here in the back and put the helmet down. It kind of slides in there. Fold it in on itself. You can close it up. Then you want to take the arms. You want to fold up the hands. Fold up this hand. You want to make sure that the arms are straight like this, because there should be a hole here showing, and there should be a peg here. That's going to become important later in the transformation. So let's lift these panels up to get them out of the way. And then we're going to fold the legs up. And then we are going to open the legs here on the side. Let's flip it over and get this side panel open, which doesn't want to open. Okay, actually, let's move this part first and then pull this open. There we go. Get that part open, laid out. Get the leg pointing kind of up this way at an angle where you see there's like a little indentation here. You want that poking up. Put them like this. You can leave this part in, but you want to attach that from that part and fold it in itself. It's on a hinge. So you want to fold that part up. You want to, this part is going to come in and it's also on a hinge. You're going to fold it in on itself and kind of bend it in here like this. Fold the feet up, and that way you get like a side wall here. Now there is a hole here, and this part is going to go into that hole. There are some pegs here, and there is a peg right here that's going to go up into this part of the arm. And then this part here, these pegs are going to fold into the top of the upper arm. So basically you want to pull this up, plug those into that peg hole. And it can be a little tricky to get this all lined up, so you may have to work on it a couple of times, but basically you're going to fold this part up. It's going to peg in up here, and there you have one side done. It didn't fully go in on this side, but there you go. You have one side of the radio done. So we're going to do the same over here. We're going to fold this leg up. We're going to turn it so that that little part is kind of bent. You can pull the feet out to make sure it opens a little easier. Then you are going to open this leg up like so. And you can use this little red hinge right here. And you're going to fold the leg in. You're going to detach it and fold it inwards so that it shortens the distance. And then this part you can leave. There's a little part here that you can leave down. Leave that down. And make sure it's lined up. Now you want to fold this part in. It's also on a hinge. It's got a little red hinge here. You want to make sure that that folds in there. And this part can fold down and the foot can fold in. You want to fold that in on itself. And it doesn't really want to do that right now. There it goes. You fold it in. Keep the arm straight. So you've got a little side wall here, the side of the speaker. Make sure that's all straight. And like I said, this part is going to hinge on here. Then you want to fold this up and make sure that this hole, this peg goes in that hole. Fold that up. Connect the hinges like this in here. And then you can fold these two down. And there you have Autobot Blaster back in his radio mode. And he looks good. I mean, the transformation's not too difficult. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, he can store his weapon here on the back. Or you can have Twincast use it as a vehicle. And so that's what we'll do. And he can sit in there just like that. And so there you go. There is Autobot Blaster, and that is the end of this review. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, make some comments, and I will be doing some more reviews. So until then, you have a great day, and I'll catch you later.